Okay, second video on basic self-defense striking. In the last video, we looked at close range strikes. We looked at the elbow, we looked at the knee. Now, in our style of self-defense, we look at strikes from two different points of view. We break them down into either short range striking or long range striking. The difference between the two is that short range striking is something that you apply when an individual is very, very close to you personally. Long range striking, it's anything where someone's at a distance of more than a foot, where you actually need to extend your arms more in order to actually reach your target. So for this video, we're going to focus specifically on one of my favorite strikes, which is the palm strike. So once again, there's only a certain amount of equipment you need. You either need one focus pad or one tie pad. You do not need a set, you just need the one pad. So I put the pad on the right hand. I extend my palm out. I face this pad towards me, and I'm going to strike with the heel of my palm. One technical note I have to make on this shot is that I do not actually strike with my fingers. One of the most common mistakes when people are actually applying palm strikes is that they tend to actually make contact with the fingers rather than the heel of the palm. This is extremely dangerous, as you can see here. If I was to apply rapid pressure to a target with just my fingers are going to bend back and most likely will break. So keep that in mind. Take it nice and slow if you're doing it for the first time, and remember, make contact with the heel of the palm and not the fingers. So same as last time, I have my right foot in front of my left. I'm going to extend my right hand out. I'm going to turn this pad slightly in to face myself. I'm going to raise my hand up to my shoulder height. I'm going to extend and turn my hips forward. As I do that, I'm actually going to extend this arm out and make contact with the pad here. So I'll do it a couple of times nice and slowly. Always remember, in relation to your stances, the knees are bent, the weight's over the balls of your feet, and when you're striking from the rear, you always turn that rear hip as you actually hit. Turn that rear hip and then come back as you withdraw your shot. So here we go. Strike is out. I extend my arm forward. I make contact with the pad with the heel of my palm, and I bring it back. Out and back. Out and back. I'm going to go for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. When you're finished doing 10 with the right leg in front, you switch legs. You switch the pad over to the opposite hand. You do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Hitting with the right, feet turning, your rear heel lifting off the ground as you extend that shot out. So ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now, one note I have to make is that speed does not actually mean that your shot is going to be effective. You need to actually have correct alignment. When I'm throwing this strike, I am not leaving my hand extended all the way out here and swinging my palm forward. My hand is always aligned directly with my shoulder as I extend that palm out. When I bring it back, keep in mind the elbow is bent, and as I said before, I can't stress this enough, contact with the heel of your palm. I'm going to do it one more time just so you can actually see the structure. Hands up, arm extends out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The application of this shot, preferably I would actually apply it to someone's head if I needed to use it as a means of self-defense. It's not my favorite shot for when striking into someone's body. For something like that, I'd use an elbow, or I might even use a punch. This works extremely well when looking to make contact with someone's head. So 10 times, one at a time, switch over, do the exact same thing on the opposite side. When you get comfortable with it, feel free to actually do it in multiple shot combos. So rather than just going one, strike it twice. 2 count. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. Add that on yourself. It all depends on your own fitness level. It depends on how much you want to progress. But you can quite easily just add that in after you become comfortable with doing single shots. Turn it into the doubles. When you get comfortable with that, you turn it into triples. Add these things on yourself based on your own fitness level and how comfortable you are with the technique. So I want to thank everybody for watching that. Keep in mind we have a series of videos that are going to be uploaded one every week. Please actually check out our social media, which I'll actually link below. Also check out our YouTube channel, which is Raven Self Defense, and keep watching. We've got a lot of interesting content coming up, so keep an eye out. Thanks.